Welcome back. In this video I'm playing the ZX Spectrum version of Tempest, which was released in 1985 by Electric Dreams. I've never ever played this game or this version of the game before, so this is the first time. Now it is of course based on the 1981 Atari arcade game, which is revered as one of the greatest arcade games around. Lots and lots and lots and squillions of people love it. Now my first encounter with Tempest comes courtesy of this man, the great Jeff Minter, one of the most famous British programmers of all time. Now, I've had most consoles over the years, etc., including this pile of crap, the Atari Jaguar, and I only ever had about 3 games worth playing on that I used to revisit, one of which was Mr. Minter's version of Tempest called Tempest 2000. It's an absolutely cracking game. Very, very psychedelic. It's an update, of course, of the arcade game. Now, he followed this up with Tempest 3000 on the Nuon technology, which wasn't a console as such. It was like a DVD player sort of chip that meant you could play games as well. Space Giraffe on the Xbox Live. I did download that, and that's very, 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 very heavily based on Tempest, and it's a bit strange, psychedelic on the eyes. But anyway, into the Spectrum version. So I had a very quick couple of goes on this, and as you can see, it's quite a good iteration of the Tempest game. You know, it's obviously Tempest, it's clearly Tempest, and it plays really quite well, I think, anyway. The object of the game is you control the little bat. Technically it's called, well, according to Wikipedia, it's called a blaster, going around the outside of the 3D sort of tunnel there, and coming along the tunnel or the tube is a variety of baddies that you have to travel around, and you've got to stop them getting all the way out of the screen to like the front of the tube, etc. Now it gets quite frenetic and quite frantic. You are armed with just a laser, but you also each level or each life have a zapper that you can control by pressing Z. It's kind of like a smart bomb, so if things are getting too out of control for you, you can literally just fire that thing down the tube, and it will eradicate all the baddies on the screen. Now, as you go through the screens, the baddies take on different characteristics, etc., from the initial ones that just travel around the web towards you. You get ones that switch lanes, you get ones that will lay spikes, which you've got to be careful if one of them lays a spike, that when you sort of like whiz through to the end of the level, it doesn't sort of catch you as you're on your way out. Now they get more and more intricate, these webs, etc., and you've got to really sort of think about what you're doing. You can see the blaster travels really sort of quickly around the sort of periphery of the web, and that is the gameplay mechanic. You literally just travel around the outside of the web there, travelling clockwise or anti-clockwise, whilst trying to stop the sort of bad guys getting to your end of the screen. Now, the only criticism I can sort of really find about this is obviously because the Spectrum has its colour difficulties, which I'm not going to go into about, everyone knows about them. It can mean that when the enemies are first entering the web from the very far end, they all sort of converge into a mess, and it's only once they're sort of halfway in that you can sort of see who's where, what direction they're going, and what sort of you're up against, etc. But other than that, it plays really, really, really well. Like I said, I did have the Atari Jaguar version of Tempest, and that is a game that I played incessantly. I probably played it more purely because most other stuff on the system was rubbish. It was only the only games I really sort of ever put any time into was it had a cracking version of Doom. It had a very, very good version of Cannon Fodder, and this I didn't play. Well, I did play Aliens versus Predator, but I found that a bit dull, really. So, you know, perhaps I played Tempest more than I would have done ordinarily if there had been more games out for the system. but I don't think my view of the game is skewed because everything else for the Jaguar was crap. I think it's just genuinely a fantastic game. So here we have the Spectrum version. I've just played it for a few minutes and I quite enjoy it. It's well worth checking out. It's a good blast. I'm going to end this commentary in about 10 seconds because I'm just going to let the rest of the video play out. Any Tempest diehards out there, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not a Tempest diehard, if you've never seen it, check it out, have a go at it. You're going to enjoy it, I think. And until the next video, I wish you good day and have a very, very good weekend, whatever it is you plan to do if the weather holds up. Goodbye.